again to all of you here that's here watching. I think I'll entertain y'all this afternoon since I'm home from work today. I ain't had nothing to do. I'm gonna write my paper later, but do some work later. So anyway, y'all, this is what I wanted to share with y'all. Now, Wendy Williams been having some things going on trending about Wendy Williams, about her health condition, about her being in some kind of what they call again. It's a place where you live and you can go out and everything. It's some kind of place, a rehabilitation place or whatever, because she's been battling with some kind of illness, Graves' disease or whatever. And things just have been going too good around with Wendy's health and her personal life, her personal struggle with life or whatever. But I just wanted to just share this on my platform about how, we all going to meet the day of judgment of some of the things that we do in this world. Before God can take us home, there's so many people that this woman had destroyed reputation with gossip that they put out in the public. You know, the rumors about R. Kelly. She talked about R. Kelly. She said some things about R. Kelly. And I got the video here, okay? Wendy did some damaging things. She said some things about Diddy, about him being home. This was a long time ago. It happened with Diddy. It was happened in the 90s, I believe, that they have no use for Wendy anymore. They have no use for Wendy anymore. So now they want to take her, lock her up around in some facility. Wendy knows some things, y'all. Being around these people and the things that's happened with her money and with her husband and with her son and all the other things. You can't go around hurting people. You just can't do that. You just can't think that you can go around with your mouth. You speak words from your mouth to harm people, destroy people's lives, their reputation, the gossip. And I came out with this a long time ago when I said about God works in mysterious ways. When everything was all going on around R. Kelly, in the beginning, nobody wanted to be around R. Kelly. Nobody wanted to be his friend. Everybody distanced themselves. Everybody was jumping away, moving away, whatever, whatever. When R. Kelly was actually going down, there was probably some few people that stood with R. Kelly through his battle when all of this was going on. There was some true people around him that probably really, really, well, the two people that was around R. Kelly, to be honest with you, were his fans. Were his fans. Those who were there for the music. Those who wasn't coming for to be in his bed, like myself, just enjoy his music. Only friends R. Kelly truly have, as far as these people that's running right now, this is business, and they got to stand on business. They all got to do it because they can't do it alone. Sorry, you got to bring your fan people together. He got to bring his fan people together, and we just got to call it peace. Truce. You know what I'm saying? Like because we at war so much with each other to try to get ahead, like rip this one down. So it's like crabs in the barrel type of thing. Try to take this one down so I could get up on top or whatever. But moving on, like with Wendy, and this is what this copy is about. It's about the Wendy Williams and her gossip and how she destroys so many people with her mouth. And this is sometimes what God will do. You ain't getting out of here. And when you do get out of here, I'm going to have you face the things that you have caused, the damages that you have done to other people's lives, like with R. Kelly and his family, and the things you said about Aaliyah and to her family, how, these people were hurting their loved one. And this woman, mother of Aaliyah's mother, she never put her daughter into no kind of stuff like that, used her daughter or pimped her daughter out to R. Kelly or none of that. All those lies, those ugly gossip lies. And even though Wendy didn't say, I don't know if Wendy said all of that, but we know who the other gossip queen is that's on the platform that just be like out here just destroying people's reputation and doing all kind of horrible things to people, and people seem to find it funny, and then ha 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 ha. But the joke is going to be on you in the end. because you watch how Wendy is coming down. So you're next. All of those that built their platforms on disgracing R. Kelly's name and said all these horrible things about R. Kelly, ran some of his fans away, ran away his fan base, and worked for these people. They were the gatekeepers. They were the ones who worked for these people to be part of the setup to take R. Kelly down. They used their platforms, like hello, Wendy, and as soon as she used that platform to hurt, with her stuff with R. Kelly, that's when her life started crumbling down. All kind of stuff started coming towards her. Just the other day, I was just listening to a guy. I'm not really. I heard of him. His name is. He's a He does have a podcast. I think his name was Holman or Tori Holman or something like that, or something like that. And he sat down and he had some things to share about Tasha K. Like I'm done with her. You know what I'm saying? He's really done with Tasha K. Like her mouth and the things she put out of her mouth and the things she say, harming other people with her mouth and her gossip. Gossip is never a good thing. Gossip is a harmful thing. It's the worst thing you can do to anybody. It's the worst weapon you can use against anybody. The rumors and the lies that you can put on somebody else's life out there. That's the worst thing you could do is sit around and gossip. And even while you talking about a person, you not there to defend their character or say something nice in the conversation about them and don't even take part of the other stuff. You can't say nothing nice. My mama used to say, don't say nothing at all. Just keep your mouth shut. If you, and especially when they get on these platforms, and I mean, God forgives, but people don't forget. People don't forget because we're people, we're humans, and you planted that stuff in us. You came with those kind of lies and put that seed in people. You reap what you sow. And the gossip she put out. Now I don't know if Wendy went that hard with R. Kelly as far as gossip. I know she did do something on the life of Aaliyah, a relationship, and told it in some Lifetime movie or whatever. She put it on R. Kelly's name and on Kelly's life, and this was, and Aaliyah's mother got very offended by it. Her parents were very. Her mother was grieving. Her mother was really not ready to share her daughter no more to the world after what happened to her daughter. What happened to Dana, her baby girl. Can't you put it in your heart to think of what that pain that mother is going through before you people just went out here and destroyed her daughter's character out there, dragging her name and all of this stuff with R. Kelly? This little young teenage girl who just enjoyed music, enjoyed the art, and she was working with one of the rising stars of the art that they brought to her. And let me tell you something. We young girls, an older guy, or whatever. Let's say if it did happen. Let's say if it did happen, because I don't know if it did or didn't happen. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I was always interested in the work, the art, the music. That's it. I really didn't take too much interest in their personal life. And I was a fan of Aaliyah's as well. Still a fan of Aaliyah's. Even though she's dead and gone, I still enjoy listening to me some Aaliyah. Okay? But still will know where's her money going? Where's her residues? Where's her money? Is her money going to her mother and to her family? I think not. They silenced them. They silenced her parents. Even when they try to come and defend R. Kelly, they try to shut that out. When the mother came and gave her own statement that this stuff is not true, and then Roland Martin, roly poly, he gonna get out there while he had his platform with MSNBC or whatever it was that he had his platform with, he gonna sit up there and say those horrible things about Aaliyah's mother and being in denial. When all of these attacks were coming at R. Kelly, and Aaliyah's name was getting dragged in it too, what people were saying in that documentary, which I never watched, I only got snippets of it because I don't think I could have digest any of that stuff, so I don't go and watch it. And especially when I know some of the stuff they probably didn't ain't true. But anyway, roly poly, Roly Martin, and I remember when he said it. about Aaliyah's mother being in denial and that and all this other stuff about her daughter. Like he was there. Like he was actually there. That's why I don't like Roland Martin. I don't like none of them. I don't like, I mean, I tolerate them, but I don't like them. I don't like what they do for clout. How they try to tear another black woman or man down just for clout. To get something out of it. And in the end, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Because the same way you are sitting around talking bad and bad mouthing somebody else, it's gonna happen in the end. Ain't nobody getting by of doing these things, destroying your brother or your sister's reputation. There, y'all just took them and just tore. I mean, the way they did oh my God. I had to sit up on that Gayle King interview and cry with R. Kelly and plead from the TV, listening to it and watching it. I'm crying. I was literally sick. I should sue. As a fan of what you did to his fans, we should be suing. All his fans around the world get together and do a class action suit against the docu-series that was on Lifetime about R. Kelly. Because when y'all were attacking him, you were attacking us too. Because we enjoy the artist's music. We don't care about what's going on in his bedroom. We ain't gonna fall for this okie to all the lies y'all told on that man's name. And all the evil y'all did around him. And put it all on him. One of the comments that I forgot to show you while I was watching that Eddie Griffith video was down in below. The comment said, those women are still crying and wanting to be with him. So it was never about those women. Those same women that you saw with them docu-series and Drea, she probably the main one in the front line crying right now. Joanne, you better call your daddy. You better make up with your daddy and tell him that you sorry about all of that because he's coming home, baby. He's coming home, baby, and we got to get that bag. She got Joanne up there in front of that TV and everything. But that's his family. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that is his family still, even though him and his wife is estranged right now. They not together, but that's still his family. That's still his family. Let's just pray for them. Let's pray for the family. But I'm just saying about those other women that weren't the wife, that were not his wives. Okay? They were hoochie mamas. I gotta say like an old lady would say something. They were hot mamas. They were running after that man. They wanted a man. They wanted fame. They wanted money. They wanted to lay down and get something for doing nothing. Okay? Doing nothing. And then go and accuse him of, and those women, and if you got to go read the transcript. The order to get how they were talking on trial and the way they act that trial. One, they actually had to go pick her up and bring her in. Because she refused to try to come back and take the stand. And that was, of course, Lisa, what's her name again? Somebody know the name, so you could put it in the chat. Her name, I know the first name is Lisa. That's how much important I paid attention to any of them. The Kitties, the Lisa, the Latino girl, and I forgot her name, and the other one at the end, Paula, whatever her name was. Rashonda, she probably setting it up right now. She was calling the man. She was calling and texting the man, telling the man and everything that, the devil is after us and the devil going to do this. And let me tell you something. Ain't none of those women are giving up on R. Kelly. And I'm going to tell you right now, so y'all can go ahead with y'all talking about, he's a child pedophile. Ain't none of them got down with him against they will. None of them. And they know that. And they'll tell you that themselves. They were volunteers. They will tell you that themselves. They were willing participants. They enjoyed everything that came along with what they signed up for. So ain't none of those women None of those women. Like I said, Drea's sitting there right now telling his daughter to call up your daddy. You better call your father. Girl, you better call your daddy and tell him how sorry you is. And how they threatened us and how they made us do this and made us do this to keep you in jail. God Kelly knows that. He ain't mad at his kids. Trust me. Put lies out about his daughter and made her and to put her on the scene with all of that stuff. That poor girl. That's sad. But anyway, y'all. Like I said, these people out here, Wendy Williams, the gossip queen and her fall from Grace. Let's listen to the gossip queen. I wanted to share this clip with y'all of what the hot topics of what she's saying about R. Kelly. It's not too bad. I don't think it's too bad. It's not as bad as the Tasha K girl was carrying on the way she was. And don't think they forgot about them digital prints are all over the internet. So all the things she done on the internet. So all of this stuff is going to come back and be a replay for her in her life before life ends. Before life ends is going to be a replay in her life. And this is right now was really attacking her health.
R. Kelly the spokesman quit this morning. And now his name is Daryl. His name is Daryl Johnson. And do you remember the night that I told you that Robert called me up at like 11 o'clock at night and was like, come to the studio, I want to talk. And I wiped the coal out my eyes and threw on some leggings and reported to his dance floor to find out what he wanted to talk about. Well, Daryl was there. Okay, so Daryl Johnson is his last name. He said that he stepped down for his own personal reasons. All right. It's alleged that he quit after the day of sitting down with Gail. Take a look at this and then we'll talk.
You have a 20-something-year-old daughter. Would you allow her to be alone with
Absolutely not.
With R. Kelly?
I wouldn't leave my daughter with anybody that's accused of pedophilia. Period.
So you would not?
I would not leave my daughter with anyone that's accused of being a pedophile. I would not.
Now, when he said that, come on, people. Even though I wasn't fond of him, Daryl, Baby Johnson, Powder, whatever, one of the people that was sent in to be around R. Kelly during that difficult moment of his life. When Daryl said that, I think every parent would have said something like that. To be honest with you, any parent would have said something if someone is being accused of some sort of kind of crime and you hearing that this is the type of person they are, you would not put your kids at risk. And I don't think Daryl said anything wrong, but of course the media, they took it and they twisted it around to make it sound like, yeah, he knows R. Kelly's touching little girls and stuff, and he's over there advocating for R. Kelly or whatever. So Daryl stepped down, and because of his own personal reasons, it came, like Wendy said, but still in all, they sat up there, they clowned and laughed about it. Like, this is something to laugh about when somebody's life is on the line like this. Like, really, like ugly gossip and rumors, dangerous rumors and scary stuff about their name is going around and it's not true. How could, just think about it being you.
Meanwhile, once upon a time, there was a girl named Wendy, and she was on the radio talking all this way back in the day. Along with covering the Bill Cosby caper. You all are late to the party. I've been telling you things for years, but you don't want to hear. So, all right, fine. No, you don't. No, you don't act like it. I am disgusted. I'm disgusted. Meanwhile, one of Robert's girlfriends, Azriel, she just turned 21. Okay, you all are reading her for filth on her page, and here she is defending herself and Robert. Oh, we're not playing the voice? What happened? Go ahead, roll the tape. Come on, this show.
This is exactly
Visual
why I
prints.
don't post on social media, because people are going to say what they want. People are going to take whatever they want and turn it into whatever they want.
And she's telling y'all she's not a victim. Everybody know these women were not victims and they was putting on an act. Look at Azarel. Right after all of this, she goes online. She gets on social media. She puts on all these skimpy clothes. She starts showing off her new boobs and her new booty and her body parts or whatever. And, she's screaming and yelling out to the audience out there listening to her that her and Robert are in love and they're going to get married and that people don't know what the fuck they talking about and da-da-da-da-da. She went on the Gayle King show. She defended him. Then she turns around and then she comes for a bag and then she goes back on Jill's platform and she switches up everything she said. Well, I didn't realize what I said then and I'm sorry. And then she knows exactly what she was doing, okay? Because she was part of the doggone setup. She was coached. Her family was coached what to do. Everybody was coached how to say it, how to do it, how to play it out, to do what they have to do to take down R. Kelly.
But at the end of the day, let it be known that I am definitely in love with Robert Kelly, R. Kelly. Yes, that is mine.
Ladies and gentlemen, where are we going? The cops are being smacked in the head with full buckets of water. In the meantime, when you're in trouble, what number do you call? That's all I'm saying. 911. This little girl is defending R. Kelly, right? Our mayor has checked out. And shout out to our president. Anyway. And now, okay, you remember Jennifer Lopez, our friend?
Okay, y'all. That's the end of that video. I got this as a small topic on Wendy with her mute R. Kelly thing she was going on. So, you see, you got to be careful about how you speak on somebody else's life. Of wicked, instead of her sitting and taking that moment to say, let's pray for Robert. We don't know if all of these things are true. This is just a little bit too much to be saying that one man did all of these things, that had so much power and control over. And some do, there has been masterminds of manipulative men through history with power and everything, how they abuse their power, how they sit in a very, we got that going on right now. When they could sit in a position where they got power to mastermind people to commit certain crimes and to do certain things. Yeah, that's possible to happen. But with the heat on R. Kelly from what he went through and that he was trying to explain to Gayle and to the rest of everybody that was watching that day of the things he was being accused of, like he said, from things that I've been accused of from my way, way back in the past, and I paid for that. I've done that, like I've been through that situation before. What makes me want to go back and do it again? And that's not who I am. Yes, I had relationships with some women. He tried to say it in the best way he knew how, but they was trying to put words in his mouth, trying to make him sound like he was guilty, make him say that he has to have remorse for these victims and so-called victims or whoever, okay? When none of this stuff was really actually true. He didn't really have anything to be apologetic about. He already handled it when he handled it, and they supposedly had a good agreement with each other and moved on with their life. And the biggest part that R. Kelly messed up is when he got with Lisa. I don't know how to say her last name. It just won't come out right now. But the one that was on his trial with the infamous tape trial. And then we see in that during the time he was going to trial for that, here comes this other young girl that pops up following him through the trial, followed him to connect with him and find a way to connect with him. And she finally, and if you go read the transcript, it's going to tell you, she's going to tell her testimony. She's going to give her testimony. Rashonda Landfair. Rashonda Landfair And the girl that, oh God, what is her name again? Oh God, the young girl that followed him, and she was the one that was jumping over his fence and trying to get with him in his bed. She don't moved on with her life on, got a new husband and got a couple of kids and all of that. And she didn't even want to go to the trial because she was going through so many complications with her pregnancy that she told them and everything that she just wished this thing would just be over because she just want to go on with her life and don't want to be no more part of this. You know, what she did in her past and her youth, because she was already telling her story, how she stalked him, jumped over his fence. People saw her, God saw her, people saw her running around trying to sneak in his place, breaking an entry, breaking the law. Nobody did anything about it. Why not? Because they were all there to do what they was on the assignment to do. Take R. Kelly down, make him look as guilty as possible, try to master this thing together for their time in the, to the public and to the courthouse. And you see how they kept his trial closed to the public. It was closed to the public. The only way you was able to get into that trial was you had to travel or be in New York during that time when he was in the New York trial, or you had to be somewhere in Chicago, or you lived in Chicago, you was able to make it and go to the trial. They will not let the public see the trial. And then on top of that, knowing people ain't going to read, they ain't going to go on the internet and search the transcript or go to anything and listen to the transcript. The transcript was reenacted on so many platforms of what testimonies that were giving to from the witnesses and from the so-called alleged victims. If you go and read it, you'll find out the truth. But if you don't read something, just like you don't read the Bible and you follow a false teacher, you're going to fall in hell. You're going to follow them right to hell. So it's important that you have discernment and that you be a free thinker, so you can find out the truth for your, do your research and find out the truth for yourself. And I am so glad I didn't take no part of that. No part of that whatsoever. Just like people were saying things to me about my president of the United States. Why y'all voted for him? He's a racist. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. I said, you know what? I'm just going to take my chances. Because right now with everything, we didn't really have anybody else. We didn't have a choice but to get the same old thing before, and we saw what we were getting from before with the president that was in the president of the United States then. So we wanted change. You know what I'm saying? We wanted something new. And then on top of that, we wanted what was best for the American people because we were being so ignored while they were taking care of everybody else. So let's go back and do another one of Wendy's moments. Wendy talked about R. Kelly.
Live from New York City, it's the Wendy Williams Show. Now, here's Wendy.
While she's in her glory, y'all. And then on top of that, she has the nerve to have hashtag mute R. Kelly, the Wendy Archives. Hashtag is all about muting R. Kelly, right? Here we go.
Perfect. Hi. Thank you for watching. And you know these people. This is my
Like R. Kelly said, life is a stage and we all are part of the show.
I'm doing okay. Let's get started. It's time for.
All those women that are part of the Me Too. that are destroying wealthy black men in entertainment, that they use the white women. These women are the ones they use. And some of these sisters out here that's just lost in the sauce. But anyway.
I get it. It's May 1st. Everybody's in a good mood. I love you more. Thanks for turning out. So, I mean, my commute this morning was so bomb. Me and Kevin are floating along. The traffic's pretty good. Whoopi Goldberg in the View makeup room. That was us that you thumbs. I don't know whether you knew it was us or not. Your window was down. We were floating along, listening to our music, snapping neck. And so here we go. We're commuting together. Whoopi, you were a bright spot in my morning commute. The sun is out. Not as warm as I thought that it would be, but the sun is out here in Manhattan. The traffic just dig me out of the funk. I wish I had happy things to share with you, but I just gotta go with what you want to know. Follow me. By the way, hsn.com. Yeah. And the pants. And my funky sneakers, too. hsn.com. A little something I do when I'm not doing anything. Design stuff. Kanye West wants to use the mugshot of the doctor who operated on his mother before she died as the cover of his new album. Follow the beats. This is the mugshot. Now, this is a mugshot. This is not mugshots are always public. He can do what he wants with the picture, and the doctor has no say-so in it. The doctor is demanding that he stops using the photo. The reasons why? Well, first of all, let's back up and talk. It was back in 2007 that the lovely Donda West died of complications from the full package, a tummy tuck.
I hate to have to play this whole video. I just wish I could get to the point where she's talking about R. Kelly. So I guess I had to play the whole thing through because I never watched this one before. So I just got to play it. And we just going over some things, some scenarios of things that the Gossip Queen, how she was part of the plan, how they used her platform, how they used her to do what she had to do to take down R. Kelly. And that's why I wanted to share this moment, how her platform was used, and also how Tasha K platform was used. And there's some more other platforms out here that I haven't discovered yet that were used in part of their plan to destroy R. Kelly's image, reputation. And by the way, while I'm saying all of this, please, if you have not already, sign the change.org petition that's going around for R. Kelly to be pardoned by President Trump. So you have to sign, put your signature there, put your donation there, do everything you can, send it to your relatives, your friends, his haters, his lovers, his whatever, okay? So we can get this thing moving ahead. So let's go on.
Liposuction, breast implants. So Dr. Jane Addams, that's his name. His first name is Jan. Come and gone. Thank you. Whatnot, Fat Joe and all Snoop, and then we get to Nas. Has Nas called the Bureau? Has Nas said anything?
Nas hasn't called. I believe maybe he posted a photo of him and his son.
No.
But that's not like he didn't call us.
No, he doesn't have to call us. Say something to somebody.
Right.
I didn't beat Khalees.
Right.
I'm not a beater.
Right.
Whose world is this? I'm like, maybe not yours. Represent. I'm like, represent what?
Is that a picture back there with her? Wait a minute.
Anyway, here's the picture that I think Kanye should use.
Is that a picture of Kanye and Trump together? These people are something else.
The cover of his album. Right? And on another note, which is completely ridiculous, but it's going down. Daz Dillinger If you don't know him, Daz is part of the Dog Pound. Daz, Head Corrupt, Snoop's cousin, out on the West Side. Well, there's heavy gang affiliation amongst Daz and others. I'm watching my words very carefully because this is a very disgusting story. It is being alleged that Daz has put a hit out on Kanye.
You see, like,
It's come from a few different sources.
you can't listen to everybody say, that just, oh my God. We got to watch our tongue. We got to tame our tongue. There's a time to speak and there's a time not for us to speak. And if you're going to speak on it, I think you need to speak on it somewhere where some people don't hear it. Okay. Certain people shouldn't hear it. Okay.
Plus, he was dopey enough to put it on the gram. If you're going to kill somebody, why do you put it on Instagram? Why don't you just do it on the low and get away with it like everybody else does? And don't kill this man.
That's funny.
Snoop, can you just walk in, Snoop, and talk your cousin off of this ledge? You can't do this. And how out of your mind are you to share something like that with the world? So Kanye knows the score, and Daz is like, you better not ever come to Cali. You better not ever, and talking to the other Crips, like, I better not see you at any of his concerts. Like, this is real. Real. So Kanye was out last night. I don't know whether he was in LA or not, but had pretty tight security. Keep stuff offline. Keep stuff offline. And please, leave Kanye alone. The man is not well. The man is not well. On another road, Daz, is that a recent picture of you? Still cute. Let me see that again. Okay, now. A little thick. I like the eyebrows, the whole bit. Yeah. Okay.
You want to kill somebody.
Moving
And you
along.
up here saying he look. No, I'm just saying. Oh my God, these women are crazy. Some of us are just so crazy.
So the Jersey Shore's Ronnie. You know
All right, we
Ronnie.
gotta move on.
Yeah, Ronnie
Wendy, I gotta
dated
move on.
Sammy's sweetheart when they were together. They had a very volatile relationship, which did include physical fighting on the Jersey Shore, the original one. So Ronnie has moved on with his life, but apparently he's got this girl.
Well,